For reaction to this judge finding Nathaniel Veltman guilty of terrorism. We're now joined live by Dr. Javeed Sukhera, chief of psychiatry at Hartford Hospital. He grew up in London, knew the Afzaal family. He's also the former chair of the London Police Board. Dr. Sukhera, thanks for taking the time to speak with us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
For so long, we have heard members of the Muslim community, loved ones say this was terrorism, saying that the Muslim community felt terrorized, the Afzaal family was terrorized. What does it mean to you to see this in writing, to see the judge make it official today?
I think it means a great deal to me. It means a great deal to many Muslims across Canada and the world, especially at a time when Muslims are consistently dehumanized and our humanity is called into question. A verdict like this highlights that we are members of communities. We live, we breathe, we love, and we deserve better. So knowing that the justice system convicted this offender of white nationalist terrorism is very validating and a reminder to Muslims that we belong.
It does send a very strong message. Closure, Dr. Sukhera, that's a hard thing to talk about in a case like this, on a day like this. But do you think this historical ruling will provide some sense of closure to the ones touched by this horrific attack?
So I think that nothing is going to bring them back. And when such a horrible trauma takes place that has reverberations across the community into so many lives, it doesn't necessarily end. Things don't necessarily feel okay. But the reminder that institutions like the justice system can hold people accountable, and the reminder from fellow Canadians affirming our right to safety helps us heal. But I don't think we can ever truly say that there's a sense of closure or completeness.
Absolutely. The judge told the court this morning that she will not be using Veltman's name, will only refer to him as the offender, and that is so she doesn't give others like him a platform. Your reaction to that?
I think I'm very grateful to the judge to be explicit in not naming him and not giving him the notoriety that he sought. We are seeing unprecedented rises in hate speech, particularly anti-Muslim hate speech, even amongst mainstream politicians who use demagoguery to kind of pander for votes and split communities. So we shouldn't let this offender's act be one that gains that fame, and we shouldn't let him win. His goal was to divide Canadians, and Canadians should not be divided.
Dr. Sukhera, we're just getting word that court has wrapped up for the day, and that means we'll likely hear from family members, loved ones, community members as they address the media outside the courthouse. You've been talking about how traumatic this has been for the London family. How hard is it for the family to come out and talk about their grief on a day like this?
It's always going to be hard, but what we saw was, through the victim impact statements, an unprecedented amount of people who came forward, who were touched by the Afzaal family, who spoke about their kindness. And Justice Pomerantz referred to that today. She said that the victim impact statements highlighted that if this offender had even interacted with his family, that through their kindness, through their grace, that they could have made an impact. So I think the family will continue to live in the legacy and example of our London family as role models for people who brought a lot of love and kindness to the world.
Dr. Javeed Sukhera, we so appreciate your perspective and your thoughts on what is a difficult day for so many. Thank you.
Thank you.